Good morning, everybody. I'm Coach Tom. Welcome to my channel, Creating Your New Reality. I'm a self-actualization coach. What that means is that I help people cultivate, develop, and then express their true authentic selves in the areas of their relationships, their careers, and their personal development. Are you ready? Let's go. Now, you're watching this on a Sunday morning, and I want to wish you a happy Sunday. First off, we need to be happy. We need to look at positive things. We need to always believe that the best is here. We possess it. All we have to do is claim it, lay hold of it. It's there for you. I totally know that, and you have to get that too, okay? I firmly believe that today, the best that is out there is already here. I don't have to wait. It's like I've ordered it from Amazon. It's on the truck, and my good stuff is, I don't even have to think about it because it's going to be on my doorstep here in a little bit. So having said that, all right, what did I just give you? Okay, I gave you an example of a positive belief, all right? Now, a negative belief would be, just another day, and I have nothing going on. I can't look forward to anything because something bad happened at work. I always lose. Everything sucks. What's that? Okay, those are examples of limiting beliefs, all right? Most of us have those. All right, we're all working on clearing those things out. None of us have a lock on perfection, so these are all a work in progress, so to speak. And we have to ask ourselves, where do the limiting beliefs come from? If I need to get rid of them, where do they come from? Generally, the limiting beliefs come from maybe people that we listened to when we were younger, that maybe they didn't know any better. Okay, parents are a great example of this. Most times they were just trying to make do, get by, keep food on the table, keep a job. They had the same, because you got to think about it, all right? All the things that pressure you, all the things that you think about, grind over, worry about, stress out over, lash out at your own kids over, okay? All your parents, every one of your parents did that to you in one shape, form, or another, okay? They couldn't help it, all right? God bless our parents, because, you know, what we need to work on forgiving that relationship and healing that bond. So, because they're broken, hurt people just like all the rest of us, all right? Different video. But what I'm getting at is that is a place where these things can come from, all right? Because you're told, you know what, you're always such an asshole. You can't focus. You don't learn. You're dumb. You're ugly. You're so fat. You're so skinny. You're so skinny that you'll break in half. All these things. Or, you know, why would anybody even want to date you, because, you know, you're always just going to be a loser all your life. You know, parents say some pretty hurtful things for whatever reason, so we pick those up. We also have a lot of other limiting beliefs from the people that we are around, all right? Well, a lot of people have, when you're in a subculture, okay, you have a crab bucket mentality, where if you are a blue-collar person, all right, and the minute you try to show your friends that you have a dream, you have an aspiration, there's something you want to do, right away it's, who are you trying to be? All right, I have friends who were ostracized by their other friends because they bought a bigger camper, okay? And that was all that they did. Or, you know, try buying a better house than what the rest of your friends have. See how many friends you have left. You'll see how it is, all right? And I'm really going to piss off some people, and I'm going to offend some people here. But you know what? When you look at minority ethnic populations, all right, sometimes when you try to better yourself and get better jobs and do different things, there's a certain culture that feels that you know, you're just selling out to whitey. So don't do that, and you'll be ostracized. So you have these limiting beliefs that, oh no, I can't do that. So when you're presented with an opportunity, to better yourself, or you have a thought of, you know what, I am better than my current station, all right, I can achieve so much more, right away we kill it, because we have a soundtrack playing in our head that, oh, you know, I can't because these things. I'm not that kind of guy. That's usually how we erase any notion of improvement. We go, well, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm this. I'm a pickup truck driving, country music listening, beer drinking. I don't go for any of those highfalutin ways. If people have money, they stole it. If people have more than I do, they stole it. And if people have more than I do, it's because their skin color magically gave them powers that I don't have. You know what? Look in the fucking mirror, people. All right? We all say these things to ourselves. If I'm pissing you off, if I'm offending you, good, because you need to wake up. All right? I'm just telling you that. So that's an example of where these limiting belief comes from. They can come from our church. All right? A big part of what modern Christianity teaches is that, you are lower than worm shit, okay? And you have to repent and jump through all these hoops and then you have to die before you get any sort of reward at the end, okay? Your heavenly reward comes after you die. The Bible talks about receiving an inheritance, all right? Now, do you get an inheritance when you die or when the person leaving you the inheritance dies? Think about that for a second, all right? So, if we'll look at it this way. If Jesus was crucified and resurrected and goes up to see the Father, all right, guess what? It's time for you to claim your inheritance. You don't have to wait until you die, all right? And I will bang heads with any theologian on that, all right? I don't even want to argue that. But I'm telling you, limiting beliefs will come from your culture. They will come from your friends. They will come from your religion. They will come from your family. And they will come from your parents, okay? And they will come from you. And this is probably the worst of all, because what happens is we go through things happen to us, we don't realize how much control we have over what we manifest, what's coming at us, so we make even dumber decisions based on all these things that happen to us, okay? We make bigger decisions about ourselves. I am the king of that. All right, I made a ton in younger days. Boy, there was a lovely young lady that I thought I was going to marry. I thought she loved me. She said she did, and that turned out not to be the case. And I went right out and repeated that same pattern a couple more times. And before I took a break from women throughout most of my early 20s, okay? In younger days, it was just one bad thing after another. So I really concluded that I was defective and I was unlovable. And I developed a lot of really unhealthy coping mechanisms. And I also developed a really nasty codependent streak based on that, all right? Where I, rather than settle for, or let me back up, rather than just believe I was lovable, I settled for being needed, okay? And some of my other relationships that came down the pike after that were based on that instead of anything good and remotely healthy, okay? So I'm speaking from experience. Can I get a witness? How many people out there can relate? All right. So you got to look at how did I get here? All right. So one of the journeys of my healing, of my progressing in things, is that, you know what? I had to understand, get my head out of my own ass, get a really big spoon, remove my head from my rectum, and then really understand that I was a good person. I am a good person. And I deserve love. I'm a lovable person. I give love. I flow it every direction you can think of in any way that it needs to be expressed. I can do. And you know what? I am a limitless resource. I like doing it. Okay. But I had to come from not a place of lack, all right, and neediness and chasing, because when you're in that, that's how you develop all these ugly things. So what I had to do is decide, you know what, I need to come from a place of abundance and happiness and good things, all right. So now that I have completely flipped the script, that now that I understand that I am lovable, okay, that is a new story I tell myself. So I've rejected a limiting belief. And now I have a positive belief. And now as I go forward, then my relationships are based on better things, or coming from a better place. You want to call it, I've raised my vibration? Yeah, that's an easy way to look at it. That's an easy way to grab the concept. Okay. So you have to look at how, in what areas of your life do you need to raise your vibration? Okay, what is it? Do you need to have better thoughts about money? Do you need to have better thoughts about success? Do you need to have better thoughts about relationships in general? It all starts with really, first off, starting to have better thoughts about yourself. Higher thoughts, better thoughts, more improved thoughts, okay? Write down all the areas that you're stuck, and I bet if you really thought about what you think about all the time in relation to those subjects, you're going to see the chains that bind you, okay? And write this down. Freedom begins when you quit rejecting yourself, all right? Freedom begins when you quit rejecting yourself. So That's what you got to do. That's where we see all these things come from. That's the root of it right there, people. So we've looked at where they come from, how they're perpetuated. Why are they perpetuated? Because we have what we spend a lot of time. Some of your gurus in the Kundalini world and the different Sikh traditions, they talk about how the intellect is like the lowest base form of thinking. We've elevated the intellect to, this great thing where I want to have a higher intellect. But really the intellect is basically your monkey brain, your lizard brain. It's the part that really keeps you limited because you're only developing things on your own feedback loop. Okay, you're only making decisions based on what you see, what you think, what you feel, and generally most of us are stuck in the 3D reality, not even paying attention to the higher and bigger things. Okay, so there's a lot of room for us to grow. Okay, I'm just scratching the surface, but the overall point is that these things are perpetuated because our monkey mind grabs things, okay? And when we are stressed out, we fall back into the pattern. And an easy way to catch a monkey is to put a banana in a jar with a really narrow neck, okay? And you put the banana in the jar, and what the monkey does is the monkey grabs that banana and starts trying to pull the banana out, and it can't ever get the banana out through the narrow neck of the jar. So therefore the monkey can't really go anywhere, can't climb the tree, so the hunter gets his monkey, all right? So what we do is we have these things, these beliefs about ourselves. It's like that banana. I'm not letting go of that damn banana. It's my banana. It's my cherished banana. I'm not giving it up. So we end up just looping. So every time we're stressed out, every time we have a thought about an area that has an emotional impact to us, we do this and we cycle. It's a big loop that we spin out of control, and then all of a sudden we're just into the wall on fire with the fire truck on the way and the medical crew to pull us out of the wreckage. Okay, that's what happens, and we do it. And if you're honest with yourself, you do it. I know I've done it. Very guilty of that. Always had a problem being a really emotional guy. It just happens. So what I had to do, what I continue to do, is work on giving myself better thoughts in relation to whatever aspect I'm concerned about at that moment. Okay, and that's how we bring a growth to ourselves, and that's how we burn in new software. It's basically developing new habits, okay? That's what our habits will either elevate us or they will kill us, all right? And the habitual thinking, we all think of a habit as, my drinking habit, my smoking habit, my Netflix habit, my porn habit, my this habit, my that habit. Well, habits are also habitual thinking, the thoughts you keep thinking. And they are as powerful as any form of narcotic or alcohol or image that we use to self-medicate on a screen, okay? Got to watch all this stuff, people. And especially in these times with this pandemic where it's nothing but fear that's coming at you 24/7 and you don't know what to do and your routine has just been broken because you can't even do the things that you were normally doing that help get you through. All right? Some people are using this time to grow. Other people, they're just festering and their brains are turning to goop. Don't be that person, okay? And please, I just want you to know that there's a way out. Give yourself better thoughts, and those will turn into beliefs, okay? Because the thoughts are the things you keep thinking, but your beliefs are those rock solid conclusions that you draw based on the thoughts you keep thinking. So we need to elevate those, all right? So that's all I got today, people. I love you guys very much. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, share the whiz out of this if you like it, because there's nothing stopping us, all right? I've got new things coming down the pike. I've got you got to check out the Instagram, Creating Your New Reality. Check us out on Facebook. You'll see all of the pages in the box below. Go have a panic. Go look, like, and share. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.